I want to talk about something that is very personal to me. I am 1 week post-op from thoracic outlet syndrome surgery. Prior to surgery, I made a plan. I made a very detailed plan, which I'm pulling up on my phone over here. I came into surgery feeling so ready. Felt like I am going to do this. Like I have got a list, I'm going to do this. And let me tell you, I have done none of that. I am 1 week post-op from thoracic outlet syndrome surgery. Specifically, a week ago, I had my left first rib removed. So I had first rib resection, scalenectomy. So I had the scalene muscles that hold up that first rib removed. And I had a bunch of scar tissue cleared out from veins, arteries, and nerves running through my left thoracic outlet space. And I planned prior to going into surgery. So I'm recovering at my parents' house. So I'm in my parents' room, and you can see behind me, these are the plastic tubs we pack in. My parents live in Maine. I live in Virginia. When we travel, we pack in plastic tubs. So there is no unpacking. The dog bed is back there. That blue cooler sitting in the background there, that has been a lifesaver for icing, which I'll talk about some other time. I mean, my husband is trying to work. You are getting raw footage here. 1 week post-op. Anyway, prior to going into surgery, like I knew for months that this was coming, and I was preparing, and I wanted to do everything I could to support my own healing. And so I had this grand plan for post-surgery, what I was going to do, not just what the doctor required or recommended. I have various neck exercises I need to do several times a day. Exercises I do with my arm to help it. They're still very sore, but with my arm to help get my full range of motion back. But I also, because of my interest in who I am, really wanted to do what I could to help myself nutritionally, to make sure that I was giving myself everything I could to promote healing. And so prior to surgery, I made a plan. I made a very detailed plan, which I'm pulling up on my phone over here. Here was my planned recovery. I have sections in here about sleep optimization and hydration, mind-body supportive practices, alternative healing practices that I would like to engage eventually. Icing, compression, pain and inflammation management. That's been a big one, let me tell you. Hydration strategies, nutrition and supplementation plan. So optimal nutrition, of course, is very important post-surgery, especially when you're healing. So, important, continue a protein-rich diet, more protein and calories than usual during recovery. And in my plan, it said, if your appetite is low due to anesthesia or generally lower activity levels or pain, that I should eat smaller, more frequent meals. Okay, so I at least was thinking about that, and to include a protein source each time. Consider easy snacks, Greek yogurt, protein smoothies, nutrition shakes to help meet protein goals. Ensure a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. Aim to support and take extra vitamin C, vitamin A, and zinc, because all of these will support wound healing and are important for immune function. Vitamin C is particularly important for collagen synthesis in wound repair, and I do take collagen in my coffee every day. 500 milligrams of vitamin C for 45 days may help prevent nerve pain complications. And I'll tell you, pain has changed every day, but what I have been primarily experiencing lately is I am having a lot of nerve pain running down my arm. So I should probably get back on the vitamin C, which I haven't been doing. Continue taking magnesium, which I do at night. It can help with muscle and nerve function, bowel regularity, which has also been a huge issue. and helping it with sleep. So again, and that's really important. Okay. But let's talk about, I had a plan. So those are kind of the vitamins, minerals, macro and micronutrient goals that I had. But I also had recovery plan, in addition to thinking just generally about what I needed in terms of macro and micronutrients. I, again, turned to ChatGPT and asked it, given all of those constraints, to help me prepare some menu ideas and easy food ideas that I could implement post-surgery, especially. I knew it was going to be important. I knew I was going to be staying at my parents' house. I knew I would not have the energy for cooking. So what kinds of things can I implement? And I will drop it in the show notes, and I will put it on my blog, the full list of this. I won't take time to read it here. But Chat gave me a list of 15 ideas for protein-heavy, easy to make and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas. And it included things like veggie egg muffins, chia pudding with protein, sheet pan, salmon, and veggies. And then a list of snacks, hard-boiled eggs and veggie sticks, protein smoothie, tuna stuffed avocados. Lots of options. And I came into surgery feeling so ready. Felt like I am going to do this. I didn't have time to prep ahead of time. And I didn't ask my mom to do that either. And I didn't travel with prepped food from Virginia to Maine. But I felt like I have got a list. I'm going to do this. And let me tell you, I have done none of that. I have had fantastic dinners, but I am not eating breakfast and lunch. A, I don't have an appetite. And when I do eat, it's very small. I just don't have an interest in food. B, I have no energy. And I'm not cooking any of this for myself. I'm not prepping any of this. And C, or 3, and why I'm holding up fingers, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, third thing, I feel a little bit guilty. Just haven't asked. Can someone make me some ground beef and scrambled eggs? I was so good about it pre-op, and I have not done it post-op. And so this week, I want to talk about some ways that I am going to recommit to that goal I had for myself, to really try to do that thoughtfully and to do that well. So here are some of the things that I am thinking. First of all, some of those breakfast ideas seemed great, and I am going to, first thing I'm going to commit to do, I'm going to ask help make something like egg cups, which are good hot and cold. They can just be pulled out of the fridge. They're small in size, so I don't need to eat a whole bunch of something, but it will give me a good boost of vegetables and protein. So that's number 1. Number 2, I am going to keep some frozen fruit around to add to a protein smoothie. And I will consider, number 3, a scoop of nut butter, part of a snack or a meal. It will get me fat, it will get me a little bit of protein, it will at least get me a little bit of energy. So those are the 3 things I am going to commit to doing straight away. I am going to do the thing that I just talked about last week and buy some protein-enhanced packaged foods. They come in small portions, they're easy, they don't require anyone cooking, so I don't need to feel guilty about asking anybody, but it's something that I can get to easily myself. So I'm thinking those RX bars I've talked about, which I really like. Greek yogurt, I will start to use a little bit more of this week, and that can also be a great breakfast option. My sister-in-law sent me a recipe for peanut butter Rice Krispie bars. Why not? Anything that might help. It can be convenient. It can come together quickly. Maybe if it tastes better, the idea of just eating hard-boiled eggs all the time makes me kind of feel nauseous. So that is what I'm going to do. And I am going to set a goal of eating 1 of these a day this week. The other thing I need to recommit to this week is hydrating. I was really good about it when I was in the hospital, and I was pretty good about it for the first couple of days afterwards, but I'm carting things from bed back downstairs where I tend to spend a good part of the day, and I'm not bringing my water bottle, and I need to stay better hydrated. I'm not drinking enough water. What is the point of all of this for you out there listening? Welcome to my journey of post-surgery healing. Even during this time, even someone with the kind of experience and training I have, giving myself all that I need for proper nutrition is not easy. And I thought I'd share the experience with you today. So if you know someone who's going into surgery, you can check out the list below or on my blog for these high protein snack and meal ideas and the macro and micronutrients to focus on for post-surgical healing. And if you have any questions about thoracic outlet syndrome or my path to diagnosis, I'm happy to share. All right, until next time.